Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm so excited you're here because today we're diving deep into the truth about your next serious relationship. I want this to be a safe space, a place where we can explore what's coming with open hearts and minds. This isn't just any reading. It's about uncovering the real deal, what you truly desire in a partnership and what might be standing in your way. I'm really pumped to share this with you. This reading is timeless, so it's relevant whenever you're watching. Just take what resonates, okay? So let's get into the piles. First up, we have the Garnet Moon, symbolizing illumination. This pile is all about unveiling your core desires, the very foundation of lasting love. Then, we have the Fluorite Heart, also for illuminating. But this one focuses on breaking patterns and releasing what blocks true connection. Next, we have the Malachite Dragon, which is about nurturing and cultivating growth, helping you become the partner you envision. And finally, we have the Agate Point, representing flow and harmonious alignment, attracting a relationship that truly complements you. No pressure at all, but go ahead and trust your intuition in choosing. Which crystal are you most drawn to? It's okay to check multiple piles if something calls to you. And now, let's take a moment to make a wish for clarity, for guidance, and for a truly fulfilling relationship. I'm sending all the good vibes your way, and I'm so excited to see what the cards reveal. All right, Garnet Moon. This crystal is all about illuminating, and that's exactly what we're doing, shining a light on your deepest desires so you can build a love that lasts. Because that's the theme here, unveiling your core desires, the foundation of lasting love. Ooh, I'm already feeling this. Okay, so the first card we have is the Three of Swords. Yeah, not always the most fun card to see, right? But don't freak out. It's not necessarily saying that your next relationship will involve heartbreak, but more like it's highlighting a past wound, a past hurt that still needs a little TLC, you know? Maybe there's some lingering pain from a previous relationship that you haven't fully processed. And honestly, that's okay. Like we all have baggage, right? But this card is kind of urging you to really acknowledge it, to feel it, to understand it, so you can move forward without letting it sabotage your future happiness. It could be fear of commitment, maybe trust issues, something like that. So this card is appearing first for a reason. It's like, hey, let's deal with this first so you're actually ready for something amazing. You know, and then we have the Fool. Isn't that exciting? Talk about a fresh start. The Fool is all about new beginnings, about taking a leap of faith, even when you don't know exactly where you're going to land. It's that feeling of like butterflies in your stomach, that mix of excitement and terror, you know? It's like you're standing at the edge of a cliff and you just have to trust that the universe is going to catch you. Or at least guide you in the right direction, right? So after working through that Three of Swords energy, the Fool is saying, okay, you're ready. Time to embrace the unknown and see what adventures await. Maybe this is a relationship that starts unexpectedly, or with someone you wouldn't normally go for. Ooh, I love that energy. And finally, we have the Chariot. This is where things get really interesting, because the Chariot is all about willpower, about focus, about taking control of your destiny. So you've acknowledged your past hurts, you've embraced the new beginnings, and now the Chariot is like, okay, it's time to steer this ship. It's not enough to just wander aimlessly. You need to have a clear vision of what you want and the drive to go after it. This card is saying that your next serious relationship will require effort. Like it's not just going to magically fall into your lap. You're going to have to be proactive, to be determined, and to be willing to fight for it. But the thing is, you've got this. The Chariot is all about harnessing your inner strength and moving forward with confidence. It's about taking the reins and directing your energy towards your goals. So basically, it's like past hurts cleared, fresh start initiated, and now, full speed ahead. Ooh, Ace of Cups. Okay, so after all that, like, you know, clearing the way and taking charge, we have the Ace of Cups. Like, isn't that beautiful? Cups are all about emotions, feelings, love, connection, all that good stuff. And the Ace, that's a new beginning. So like, get ready for a fresh start in the love department. I'm so excited for you. So remember that Three of Swords. Like dealing with those past hurts. Well, the Ace of Cups is kind of showing that you've done the work, You've processed those emotions, and you're finally ready to open your heart again. It's like you've cleared out the old to make space for something new and amazing, like a brand new, clean cup ready to be filled. It's about emotional readiness for sure. And then we have the Fool, like jumping into the unknown. The Ace of Cups could be that new connection that you're taking a chance on. Like, maybe you meet someone totally unexpected, someone who just makes your heart sing. Or it could be you finally allowing yourself to be vulnerable and open to love after being closed off for a while, It's all about embracing that leap of faith. Now, with the Chariot in the mix, this Ace of Cups isn't just about passively receiving love. It's about actively creating it. Like, you're in control of your emotions, you're directing your energy towards building a loving and fulfilling relationship. You're not just waiting for love to find you. You're going out there and making it happen. Emotional mastery. But you know what else this could be about? It's about self-love too. Like, maybe this Ace of Cups is about starting a new chapter of loving yourself, accepting yourself, flaws and all. Maybe it's about realizing that you deserve all the good things, all the love and happiness in the world. When we nurture ourselves first, we're more capable of giving and receiving genuine love. Okay, so we've got healing, a leap of faith, taking control, and a whole lot of love energy coming your way. I'm seriously buzzing for you. Okay, are you ready for the next piece of the puzzle? Let's see what else the universe has in store. Whoa, okay, the Devil, that's intense, right? But don't panic. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes the Devil just highlights where we're feeling trapped or restricted, It could be about unhealthy attachments, or maybe even just a fear of commitment disguised as something else. So with the Garnet Moon, and it's all about illuminating. Maybe this is about shining a light on some of your darker desires, the ones you don't always want to admit to, even to yourself. Because remember, the theme is unveiling your core desires, right? So, maybe there's a part of you that's afraid of vulnerability, that prefers the idea of control over genuine connection. Or maybe there's a temptation to repeat old patterns, even if you know they're not good for you. Think about that Three of Swords. Maybe the Devil is highlighting the chains that those past hurts have put on you, Like, you're so afraid of getting hurt again that you're building walls, but those walls are also keeping love out. And with the Fool there, like taking a leap of faith, the Devil could be that fear that's holding you back from truly surrendering to the unknown. It's like, what if I fall? What if I get hurt again? The Devil can represent those limiting beliefs. But here's another way to look at it. The Devil is also about passion, about raw, primal energy. Maybe this is about embracing your desires, your sexuality, your needs in a healthy way, okay? It's about recognizing that it's okay to want things, to crave connection, to feel desire. The key is to not let those desires control you, right? With the Chariot there, and all that willpower, maybe this is about consciously choosing how you express those desires. About not letting them lead you down a path that isn't aligned with your highest self, And then, with the Ace of Cups, that new love and emotional fulfillment, maybe the Devil is a reminder to be mindful of power dynamics in relationships. To make sure that you're not giving too much of yourself away, or sacrificing your own needs for someone else. It's a reminder that true love is about balance, about mutual respect, and about honoring your own boundaries. This could be about some kind of intense chemistry, so intense that it borders on obsessive, so it's like, tread carefully here. So yeah, the Devil can be a tricky card, but it's also a really powerful one. It's about acknowledging the shadows, embracing your desires, and making conscious choices about how you want to move forward. I'm super curious to see how the next cards will clarify this. What's the key to breaking free from these chains, or harnessing this powerful energy? Okay, wow, the Lovers, see, I'm already excited. Isn't that gorgeous? After all that shadow work with the Devil, here comes the Lovers. So this is huge, right? But not necessarily how you think. It's not just about finding the one, With our theme of unveiling your core desires, this card is screaming at me about choices, about values, and about aligning yourself with what truly matters to you in a relationship. Remember how the Devil was like, highlighting where you might be feeling trapped? Well, the Lovers is like the antidote to that. It's about breaking free from those self-imposed chains and choosing a path that resonates with your soul, you know? Maybe the Devil was showing you what you don't want, so the Lovers can clarify what you do want. Think about that Three of Swords, that old heartbreak, the Fool's leap of faith, the Chariot's control, and that Ace of Cups, all those emotions, right? The Lovers is about bringing all of that together and making a conscious decision about where you're going to invest your heart. It could definitely be about a romantic partnership, like choosing to commit to someone who truly sees you and loves you for who you are. But it could also be about choosing to love yourself more deeply, you know. Like making a commitment to your own well-being and happiness. What kind of relationship are we even talking about? Is this a soulmate connection, a karmic relationship, or just a really solid, healthy partnership? I think the next card is going to give us way more insight. But the challenge here, I think, is avoiding those pitfalls that the Devil was warning us about. Like, are you choosing this relationship out of fear of being alone? Or are you choosing it because it genuinely aligns with your values and your highest good? Are you ready to be vulnerable, or are you clinging to control? So many big questions. This is about choosing wisely, my friend. About making a conscious decision that aligns with your heart and soul. And I am so ready to see what the final card reveals. This is getting juicy. Okay, here we go, the Six of Cups. Ooh, isn't that a sweet card? Like all about childhood memories and nostalgia, you know? Maybe even past lives or soulmates. After all that intensity with the Devil and the Lovers, this feels like a gentle breath of fresh air. So like, with the garnet moon and illuminating, maybe this is about revisiting some of your earliest experiences with love and connection, right? Like, what were your first ideas about relationships? Where did you learn how to love and be loved? Think about that Three of Swords, right? Maybe the Six of Cups is pointing to the root of those past hurts. Like, did you experience any childhood trauma or insecurity that's still affecting you today? Or maybe it's showing you a time when you felt completely safe and loved, and reminding you that you deserve that feeling again, you know. And with the Fool there, jumping into the unknown, maybe the Six of Cups is about reconnecting with your inner child, that sense of wonder and excitement, and bringing that playfulness into your relationships. Don't take things too seriously. But like, here's where it gets interesting, right? Because the Chariot is all about taking control, and the Six of Cups can sometimes be about getting stuck in the past. Like, are you idealizing your childhood or a past relationship so much that you're not fully present in the here and now? Are you comparing every new person to some, like, unattainable ideal? That Ace of Cups, right? Like new emotional beginnings, but maybe you're subconsciously sabotaging them because they don't measure up to some nostalgic fantasy. The Devil whispered about shadows, and this card can be about unhealthy attachments too. Is there someone from your past that you just can't seem to let go of? Like a childhood friend or a first love? The Lovers are all about choices, so is this Six of Cups about choosing to stay stuck in the past or choosing to create a new future, right? Maybe there's a soulmate connection here, but are you seeing it clearly, or are you blinded by nostalgia? It could be that this new relationship will feel very familiar, comforting, like coming home. Or maybe it's a reminder to bring more innocence and playfulness into your existing relationships. But the challenge is to avoid getting stuck in the past and to make sure that you're choosing this relationship for the right reasons. You know, what are your core desires, really? Are you seeking comfort and familiarity, or are you ready for something new and exciting? This is a major clue, and I can't wait to see what the final card clarifies. Ooh, Ace of Wands. Are you kidding me? Like, after all of that, this is the perfect card to end on. Wands are all about energy, passion, creativity, action. It's like the universe is giving you the green light to go after your dreams, you know? So remember that Three of Swords, that past heartbreak. The Ace of Wands is showing that you've learned from it, you've healed, and you're ready to channel that experience into something new and amazing. It's like you're taking that pain and turning it into power. And the Fool, right? That leap of faith. The Ace of Wands is the energy to actually make that leap. It's about trusting your intuition and following your heart, even when you don't know exactly where you're going to land. That Chariot energy, that drive and determination. The Ace of Wands is the spark that ignites that fire. It's about having a clear vision of what you want and taking inspired action to make it happen, you know? And what about the Ace of Cups? All that love and emotional fulfillment. The Ace of Wands is about expressing that love in a creative way, about sharing your passion with the world, about building a relationship that's based on mutual inspiration and support. Even with the Devil, the Ace of Wands helps break those chains. It's about harnessing your desires and channeling them into something positive, something that aligns with your highest self. The Lovers are about making choices, so Ace of Wands is about choosing to create a life that's filled with passion and purpose, a relationship that reflects your true values. You know. And finally, with the Six of Cups, it's about taking those childhood dreams and turning them into a reality. Remembering that joy and bringing it into your present, you know? So with the Garnet Moon, and it's illuminating. This is really about illuminating your passions, your desires, and your purpose. It's about stepping into your power and creating a life that's authentic and fulfilling. It isn't just about finding a relationship. It's about building a life you absolutely love and then finding someone to share that with. So take that leap, start that project, say yes to that adventure. The universe is waiting to see what you're going to create, okay? You've got this. I'm so excited for you. All right, friend, let's dive into this fluorite heart. This crystal is all about illumination, right? So think of it as shining a light on those hidden corners of your heart, helping you see what's been blocking you from true connection. And that perfectly fits our theme, breaking those old patterns that keep you from finding that real, genuine love. Ooh, I'm excited. Okay, so the first card we have here is the Chariot. Now the Chariot is like go, go, go. It's all about willpower, control, and overcoming obstacles. Seeing this as the first card, especially in a relationship reading, makes me think you are on a mission, girl. Like, you know what you want and you are determined to get it. But it can also mean you're being a little forceful. Maybe too focused on your vision of what a relationship should be. Interesting. Then we have the King of Wands. Oh, hello there, fiery passion. This king is confident, charismatic, and just radiates energy. He knows what he wants and isn't afraid to go after it. I feel like this is about you embodying that energy, like stepping into your power and being really clear about your desires. But here's the thing, the King of Wands can also be a little intense, maybe a little too focused on the chase. Gotta be aware of that, you know? So you're driven, you're passionate. But then we have the Six of Pentacles. Okay, this card is all about balance, generosity, and giving and receiving. It's about fairness and making sure everyone is getting their needs met. So, putting all this together, I'm thinking this is a huge message about balance, duh. You've got this incredible drive with the Chariot and this fiery passion from the King of Wands, but the Six of Pentacles is like, hold on, girlfriend. Don't forget about give and take. Maybe you've been so focused on your goals, your needs, that you haven't been fully open to a true partnership. It could also mean that you attract people who are either too giving or too taking, and you need to find that middle ground. Okay, I'm seeing it now. The fluorite heart is illuminating that you have the drive and the passion, but the key to breaking those old patterns is finding a relationship where there's a real, genuine exchange. It's not just about what you want, but what you can build together. Like, maybe you're used to being the super independent one, always in control, but this is about opening yourself up to vulnerability and allowing someone to meet your needs too. Does that make sense? I'm so excited to see where this goes. Okay, deep breaths, because now we have the Two of Swords. This is interesting. So, like, imagine someone standing there blindfolded, holding two swords, right? It's all about being at a crossroads, needing to make a decision, but feeling totally blocked. Like, you know the answer is there, but you just can't see it. Now, after all that Chariot energy and the King of Wands fire, this Two of Swords is kinda throwing me for a loop, but also, maybe not. I feel like it's tying back to the Six of Pentacles in a strange way. Maybe all that drive and passion has made it difficult to really see the full picture. Like, You're so focused on what you want that you're not seeing what's actually there in front of you. Does that make sense? Okay, so what if this card is showing that you are avoiding a tough decision in your love life? Maybe there's something you've been ignoring. Red flags you're choosing to overlook because you really, really want it to work. You know, like the Chariot wants to charge ahead, the King of Wands wants the chase, but the Two of Swords is like, hold up. Are you sure this is the right direction? Maybe you're so used to being in control, like we talked about, that you're afraid to admit that something isn't working. Or maybe you're scared of hurting someone's feelings, so you're just pretending everything is fine. Oh, or maybe you are having trouble integrating outside counsel and resources because you are so intent on doing things your own way. It's like the fluorite heart is trying to illuminate something, but you're keeping your eyes shut tight. You know, and those swords, they're like your intellect, your logic, trying to cut through the confusion. But maybe you're overthinking it. Like, you're so in your head that you're not listening to your intuition. I feel like this Two of Swords is a major call to trust your gut. What is your intuition telling you about this situation? What is that little voice inside whispering? Because I think it knows the answer. This isn't about making the right decision, it's about making an authentic one. One that aligns with your truth. One that allows you to move forward with your eyes wide open. But what is that truth? Ooh, I am excited to pull the next card, because I feel like this is a major piece of the puzzle. Okay, so now we have the Magician. Ooh, this is exciting. So like picture this card, right? There's this figure standing there with all these tools laid out in front of them, right? Earth, air, fire, water. Like everything they need is right there at their fingertips. He's also like channeling energy from above, right? So it's like all the resources you need you already have available. This is about potential, skill, and making things happen, right? So after the Two of Swords, which was like, stuck in a stalemate, the Magician is like, wake up, girl. You have everything you need to move forward. I'm feeling like this card is about taking action, but maybe in a different way than the Chariot. The Chariot was all about brute force, right? The Magician is more about finesse, about using your skills and resources strategically. You know, maybe that decision you've been avoiding. The Magician is saying you already know what to do. You have the intelligence, that sword, the passion, that wand, the emotions, that cup, and the practicality, that pentacle. To handle this, you just need to, put it all together. Okay, so what if the fluorite heart is illuminating your own power right now? Like, you've been so focused on what's missing, what's not working, that you've forgotten how incredibly capable you are. Ooh, I'm getting chills. What if the Magician is about communicating your truth? That maybe you've been holding back, not speaking your mind, because you're afraid of the consequences. But the Magician is all about clear communication, about expressing yourself authentically. Maybe that's the key to unlocking that blockage from the Two of Swords. So, instead of avoiding the decision, you need to actually speak your truth, even if it's scary. But this card is about not just acting, but acting from a place of authenticity. It's about aligning your actions with your values, you know? It is like, what does your intuition tell you to do? What feels aligned with who you truly are? So maybe you are starting something new as a way to act out your authenticity. It's not just about doing something, it's about being someone who is fully empowered and aligned with their truth. Okay, so this is huge. I feel like the Magician is the key to breaking those old patterns we were talking about. It's about recognizing your own power and using it to create the life and relationships you truly desire. Okay, I am so excited for the last card because, how is she going to use all this power? Okay, so the Lover's card. Obviously, this screams relationship, right? But not just any relationship, a serious one. And after everything we've pulled, this isn't just about finding someone, it's about finding the right someone. Someone who aligns with your values, your passions, your truth. I feel like this card is saying that the next relationship has the potential to be really, deeply significant. But it is also about a crucial choice. Remember that Two of Swords, that feeling of being stuck. I think the Lovers is showing you the way out. That blindfold needs to come off, girl. This is about seeing clearly, about making a conscious decision to choose the path that resonates with your heart and soul. It's like, you have the power, thanks, magician. But now you need to use it to choose. Okay, so what if this is about choosing yourself? Like, choosing to honor your own needs and desires, even if it means making a difficult decision in a relationship. Maybe you've been settling or compromising too much. I feel like the Lovers is saying it's time to choose you, to choose authenticity over comfort, to choose a relationship that truly reflects who you are instead of who you think you should be. Maybe this decision is about saying no to something that doesn't feel aligned, or saying yes to something that scares you but feels right deep down. The Lovers is about making a commitment, but it's also about making a commitment to yourself, to your own growth, your own happiness, your own path. Ooh, what if this is about choosing between two paths, two relationships, two versions of yourself? The Fluorite heart is illuminating that you can create a relationship with yourself that is more important than any external relationship. You know. A deeper love for the self, not in a narcissistic way, but in a self-compassionate way. The key thing is that your choice has consequences, big consequences. So it isn't just a question of making a simple choice, but one of making a big decision that is fully informed. That's the key to it all. I feel like it comes back to the magician. You have all the tools, all the resources, all the power you need to make this decision. But you need to use them wisely and from a place of love and authenticity. So what will you choose? Ooh, the next card is going to be juicy. Okay, so the final card is the Queen of Cups. Ooh, this is so beautiful. So this queen, she's like, all about emotional intelligence, intuition, and compassion, right? And after that journey we've been on, this feels like the perfect way to wrap things up, and it really ties back to the Fluorite heart. So remember how we were talking about breaking those old patterns? The Queen of Cups is like the embodiment of that. She's showing you how to love, not just others, but yourself, in a really deep and meaningful way. She's all about emotional maturity. Now, think back to the Lovers card. That big decision you have to make. I feel like the Queen of Cups is guiding you to make that decision from a place of love and intuition. It's not just about what your head is telling you, it's about what your heart is saying. Remember the Six of Pentacles, about balance in giving and receiving. The Queen of Cups knows how to nurture and care for others, but she also knows how to set boundaries and make sure her own needs are met. It's about finding that balance within yourself first, so you can attract a relationship that reflects that balance. I also feel like she is that quiet part of yourself that knows what to do. She isn't screaming. She isn't using logic like in the Two of Swords. She is quietly observing. And think about the magician. You have all the tools you need, right? The Queen of Cups is like showing you how to use those tools with grace and compassion. It's about leading with your heart, but also being grounded and practical. So, what if the Fluorite heart is illuminating your own ability to love unconditionally? Like, even when things are tough, even when you're faced with difficult decisions, you can still choose to act from a place of love and understanding. This queen is also a reminder to be gentle with yourself. You know, to forgive yourself for past mistakes and to trust that you are worthy of love and happiness. She's about self-compassion, which I feel ties back to that Two of Swords energy, that maybe you've been too hard on yourself. And I think also she's saying open up. I feel like the Queen is very receptive to outside ideas, unlike some of the other cards. Ultimately, the Queen of Cups is a reminder to trust your intuition. That little voice inside that knows what's best for you. Listen to it. It's guiding you towards a relationship that is filled with love, joy, and genuine connection. This is about opening your heart and going for it. You got this, girl. I am so excited for you. Okay, so the Ten of Wands, right? It can look a little scary, someone struggling under a huge pile, but I think it's the perfect final message because it is like, where do you go from here? So think about the Chariot. That drive and ambition, amazing. But the Ten of Wands is asking, are you carrying too much? Are you trying to do it all yourself? Maybe it's time to delegate, to ask for help, to release some of that control, you know? And the King of Wands, fire. Channel that passion, but don't let it burn you out. The Ten of Wands is a reminder to pace yourself, to take breaks, to nurture your own energy so you don't get overwhelmed. And that Six of Pentacles, that balance is everything right now. The Ten of Wands is what happens when you're giving too much and receiving too little. It's a call to create more equity in your life, in your relationships, to make sure everyone's carrying their weight. Remember the Two of Swords and that difficult decision. The Ten of Wands is like, if you don't make that choice, if you keep avoiding it, you're just adding more weight to your load. Sometimes the hardest decisions are the ones that lighten our burden in the long run, you know. And that magician's power. The Ten of Wands is what happens when you forget how resourceful you are. You have all these skills and talents, but you're not using them effectively. It is time to delegate, to get rid of some of the tasks that are weighing you down. And the Lover's card and that big, huge choice. Oh honey, the Ten of Wands is showing the path to yourself, right? Are you carrying the weight of someone else's baggage? Are you putting their needs before your own? Choosing yourself means releasing those burdens and creating space for a relationship that is truly equal and supportive. Because ultimately, you are not the pack mule. And that beautiful Queen of Cups, all that love and compassion. The Ten of Wands is like, don't forget to extend that compassion to yourself. You deserve to release these burdens, to prioritize your own well-being. So, the Fluorite heart is illuminating that you are strong, capable, and worthy of a life filled with joy and connection, not overwhelmed by responsibility. The Ten of Wands is not your fate, it is your choice. Choose to release what no longer serves you, choose to ask for help, choose to prioritize your well-being. Choose you, my friend, you got this. I am so excited to watch you on your journey. Okay, so with the Malachite dragon representing nurturing, and the whole theme being about cultivating growth to become the partner you envision. That's already so powerful. It's like you're being asked to really nurture yourself through this process, you know? The cards we have are the Lovers, the Hermit, and the Queen of Pentacles. Wow, okay, so seeing the Lovers first, it's like... Well, it's about choices, right? Big decisions, especially in relationships, but I feel like this isn't just about romantic relationships. It's about partnerships in general, like where you're feeling pulled in different directions. Are you making choices that truly align with your highest self? Like really think about that, because with the Lovers, it's easy to get caught up in the excitement and the passion, but are you choosing wisely? Are you choosing someone or something that actually nurtures your growth? And then, bam, we have the Hermit. So after all those choices and decisions, the universe is like, okay, time out. Time for some serious introspection. This isn't about being lonely. This is about intentionally pulling back, going within, and really understanding yourself. What do you need in a relationship? What are your values? It's like you can't pour from an empty cup, right? So the Hermit is all about filling your own cup, getting to know yourself on a deeper level before you can truly show up for someone else. Okay, this is where it gets really good. Because after the Lovers and the Hermit, we have the Queen of Pentacles. This is like the ultimate embodiment of grounded, nurturing love. This queen is stable, she's secure, she's abundant, and she knows what she wants. She's not just giving love, she's creating a space where love can thrive. She's the kind of partner who's supportive, reliable, and creates a sense of home, you know. So it's like, the journey here is about making conscious choices, the Lovers. Taking time for deep self-reflection, the Hermit. And then embodying the qualities of the Queen of Pentacles. That Malachite dragon is telling you to nurture yourself through each of those steps, so that you truly can manifest a relationship, or be the partner that you're meant to be. It's all about cultivating that inner growth so you can give and receive love in a way that's truly fulfilling. How amazing is that? Okay, so wow, the Four of Pentacles. This is so interesting, especially after seeing that Queen of Pentacles. Because the Four of Pentacles, it's all about holding on tight, right? Like clinging to what you have, whether it's possessions or beliefs or even like control in a relationship. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's about security. But, you know, maybe it's like a little too secure. I feel like maybe, after doing all that inner work with the Hermit and making those conscious choices with the Lovers, there might be a temptation to, like, hold on too tight to the idea of what your perfect relationship should look like. Like you've got this vision of yourself as this Queen of Pentacles, which is amazing, but are you, like, gripping so hard that you're not allowing things to flow naturally? It's almost like a fear of losing what you've gained, you know. Like, you've worked so hard on yourself, and now you're afraid that if you let go a little, or if you're vulnerable, that it'll all, disappear. But that's where that Malachite dragon energy comes in. Remember, it's all about nurturing. So, instead of clinging to external things or trying to control the situation, what if you nurtured a sense of security within yourself? Like knowing that even if things don't go exactly as planned, you're still whole, you're still worthy of love, and you still have all those amazing qualities of the Queen of Pentacles. It's about trusting that you can handle whatever comes your way, you know. Maybe, ask yourself, where are you feeling the need to control things in your life or in your relationships? Is it coming from a place of fear? Or is it coming from a place of genuine security and abundance? Because there's a difference, right? One feels tight and restrictive, and the other feels open and expansive. The Four of Pentacles can show up when, really, it's about trusting the universe a little more, trusting that you're on the right path, and that you don't have to micromanage every single detail. I think if you can do that, you're going to be golden. Because with this nurturing energy, it's really just about finding security and safety within yourself. Okay, so we were just talking about that Four of Pentacles energy, and maybe gripping too tight. Are you holding on so hard that you're not letting things flow? Well, now we have the Three of Cups. So it's almost like the universe heard us because this card is all about, celebration, friendship, and community. It's after all that inner work, it's time to, come out of your shell and connect with others, you know? I feel like this is such a beautiful contrast to the Four of Pentacles, because, where that card is about holding on, this one is about letting go and, just enjoying the moment. I feel it's about celebrating your growth, celebrating your journey, and sharing that joy with the people around you. This isn't about doing it all alone. But, and this is a big but, it's also about being mindful of your boundaries, right? Because sometimes when we're caught up in the excitement of, being with friends and celebrating, it's easy to lose sight of our own needs, you know? So it's not about, isolating yourself or going back into hermit mode, but it's about being intentional about who you're spending your energy with and how you're spending your time. Are these people truly supportive of your growth? Are they lifting you up, or are they, draining your energy? This is where it connects back to the Queen of Pentacles, because she's all about creating a nurturing environment, not just for herself, but for those around her. So it's about finding that balance between, celebrating with your friends and creating healthy boundaries so you can still, nurture yourself and continue on your path. It's about being discerning, you know? And remember that Malachite dragon energy. It's still there, nurturing you, guiding you, helping you find that balance. It's reminding you that you deserve to celebrate, you deserve to have fun, but you also deserve to protect your energy. Wow, so what does all of this mean for your next serious relationship? Well, we still have one more card to pull, and I'm so excited to see how all of this comes together. Are you ready? Because I have no idea what's coming, but it's gotta be good, right? How do you balance celebrating with community while protecting your personal space? What is the answer? Okay, so after all that, after the celebrating and the boundaries, we have the moon. This is, so interesting. Because the moon is all about intuition, right? It's about the hidden things, the subconscious. It's after all that conscious effort, it's time to tap into something deeper. I feel like this card is saying that maybe there are still some things that you're not seeing clearly. Not because you're doing anything wrong, but because they're, hidden beneath the surface. It's almost like a fog, you know? And it's about trusting your intuition to guide you through it. What are you feeling in your gut? What are your dreams telling you? Because the moon is very connected to dreams, right? But, and here's the thing, it can also represent illusions, right? So it's important to, discern between what's a genuine intuitive hit and what's just fear or insecurity masquerading as intuition. And how do you do that? Well, that's where the Malachite dragon comes in. Remember, it's all about nurturing. So how can you nurture your intuition? Maybe it's through meditation or journaling or spending time in nature, you know? anything that helps you connect with your inner self. And it also connects back to the Hermit, right? Because that was all about going within, and this is like going even deeper within. It's about exploring the shadowy parts of yourself, the parts that you might be afraid to look at. But that's where the real gold is, you know? And think about the Queen of Pentacles, because she's so grounded and secure, she trusts her instincts. She knows how to create a safe and nurturing space, not just for herself, but for others. So it's about trusting your instincts, your intuition when it comes to creating that space in your next relationship. But also, being aware of any illusions or fears that might be clouding your judgment, you know. Are you seeing things as they truly are, or are you projecting your own insecurities onto the situation? It's a big question, right? So, what is that fog hiding? What is under the surface? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see what the last card is gonna be. Okay, so after all that intuition stuff, we get the Five of Wands. Okay, this is, so interesting. The Five of Wands is usually about conflict, right? Competition, disagreements, maybe even some petty arguments. But it's not usually anything super serious, you know? I feel like maybe all that stuff we were just talking about with the moon, those hidden emotions and illusions. Maybe they're creating some, internal conflict for you, or maybe it's manifesting as external conflict in your relationships. Are you projecting those insecurities onto your partner, or are you attracting people who mirror those insecurities back to you? Because, you know, sometimes that happens. And remember, we talked about that Queen of Pentacles energy. She's usually so grounded and stable, but even she can get thrown off balance by conflict, right? So maybe this is a test, you know? Can you maintain that sense of inner peace and security even when things get a little chaotic around you? I feel like the Five of Wands is also about, different perspectives, right? Everyone has their own opinion, and sometimes those opinions clash. So maybe it's about learning to navigate those different perspectives without getting too caught up in the drama, you know? Can you find a way to compromise or to see the other person's point of view, even if you don't necessarily agree with them? And remember that Malachite dragon energy. It's still there, nurturing you, guiding you. It's reminding you that you're strong, you're capable, and you can handle whatever comes your way. It's about finding that inner strength to, stand your ground, but also to be open to different ideas. So, what does this mean for your next serious relationship? Well, maybe it means that you're going to encounter some challenges, some disagreements, some moments of conflict. But it doesn't mean that the relationship is doomed. It just means that you need to learn how to communicate effectively, to listen to each other, and to find ways to resolve those conflicts in a healthy way. You know, is there something maybe that is a recurring theme? Or what is bubbling under the surface, but is actually affecting how you're approaching your relationships. Okay, I'm so excited to see what the next card is. Okay, so after all of that, after navigating the intuition and the conflict, your final card is Strength. How perfect is that? This is the ultimate card of inner power, right? It's about courage, compassion, and mastering your emotions. It's about finding that gentle strength within yourself to overcome any challenge. So, what does strength really mean in the context of your next serious relationship? Well, it's about taming your inner beast, you know. We all have one, right? That little voice inside that tells us we're not good enough, or that we're going to get hurt, or that we should just give up. But strength is about facing those fears head-on, not with anger or aggression, but with kindness and understanding. It's about recognizing those insecurities and choosing to respond with love and compassion, both for yourself and for your partner. You know, and think about all the cards we've seen so far. The Lovers were all about making conscious choices, right? Strength is about choosing love over fear, even when it's hard. The Hermit was about going within and finding your own inner light. Strength is about shining that light brightly, even in the darkness. The Queen of Pentacles was about creating a nurturing environment. Strength is about nurturing yourself first, so you can then nurture your relationship from a place of wholeness. The Four of Pentacles, that fear of letting go. Strength is trusting yourself enough to know that you can handle anything that comes your way. The Three of Cups is celebrating your journey with others. Strength is maintaining your boundaries while still being open to connection. The Moon showed us the hidden things. Strength is having the courage to face those hidden truths. And the Five of Wands, all that conflict. Strength is finding a way to communicate effectively, to listen to each other, and to resolve disagreements with compassion. You got this. So basically, this whole reading has been preparing you for this moment, you know? You've been cultivating growth, nurturing yourself, and learning to trust your intuition. Now it's time to step into your power, to embrace your inner strength, and to create a relationship that is truly fulfilling. Trust yourself, be kind to yourself, and know that you are worthy of love. The Malachite Dragon is with you, always. Hey there, friend. So glad you chose the agate point. It's all about flow, right? And that perfectly ties into our theme, harmonious alignment. We're talking about attracting a relationship that complements you, just flows naturally into your life. And let me tell you, these cards, they're shouting yes. Okay, first up, we've got the Six of Wands. Woo. This card is all about victory, recognition, like you've achieved something amazing and everyone's cheering you on. It could be a personal accomplishment, a career milestone, or even overcoming a challenge. But the important thing is, you're feeling confident and on top of your game. And this energy, it's super attractive. Think of it like this. You've been working on yourself, maybe hitting the gym or leveling up at work, and now you're radiating this "I got this" vibe. People are drawn to that, you know? This card indicates you're succeeding in some way, and that's going to catch someone's eye. Now, right after that amazing energy, we have the Ten of Pentacles. This card is like the ultimate stability card. It's about building a solid foundation, creating long-term security, and having that sense of belonging. Think family, home, tradition. It's not just about money, it's about creating a legacy. So you've got this confidence from the Six of Wands, and now you're building something real, something lasting. Maybe you're buying a house, investing in your future, or just creating a really comfortable and stable life for yourself. And this is where it gets really exciting, because it's not just about you anymore, right? You're creating this amazing space that you can share with someone. And isn't that just awesome? Then, to top it all off, we have the Three of Cups. This card is pure celebration, joy, and connection. It's about sharing your happiness with others, celebrating friendships, and creating a sense of community. You're not just achieving success and building a stable life, you're also surrounded by amazing people who love and support you. Parties, gatherings, good times, it's all coming your way. This card seals the deal because it's saying you will be so happy together. You too will want to share with everyone else. So, putting it all together, you're radiating confidence, building a solid foundation, and surrounded by love and joy. This isn't just about attracting any relationship, it's about attracting one that complements you perfectly. A partner that fits into your amazing life seamlessly and celebrates every step of the way. And it's like, this person is going to see all of that and be like, wow, I want to be a part of that. How exciting is that? Okay, wow, okay, so the Four of Cups. Alright, so after all that amazing energy, we've got this card that's a little different. It's not bad, not at all, but it's definitely a shift. Where the other cards were like, woohoo, life is amazing. This one is more like, meh. It's about feeling a little apathetic, maybe even a bit bored or uninspired. Don't freak out. It doesn't mean everything is falling apart. It just means you might be going through a phase where you're not feeling as enthusiastic as before, and that's totally normal. So, why the Four of Cups after all that amazingness? Well, maybe you've been putting so much energy into building this amazing life that you're just feeling a little burnt out. You know. Like you've achieved so much and now you're like, okay, what's next? Or maybe you're feeling a little overwhelmed by all the good things happening. Sometimes when life is too good, it can feel a little stagnant. It sounds weird, but it's true. You're so used to striving that once you get there, you're not sure what to do. Or here's another possibility. Maybe you're so focused on maintaining everything you've built that you're missing out on new opportunities. You're so comfortable in your Ten of Pentacles world that you're not seeing the new cups being offered to you. So, what do you do about it? First, don't beat yourself up. It's okay to feel a little blah sometimes. Acknowledge the feeling, but don't let it consume you. Instead, use this as an opportunity to reconnect with yourself. What are you truly passionate about? What makes you feel alive? Maybe it's time to try something new, something completely out of your comfort zone. Take a class, go on an adventure, or just spend some time alone reflecting on your goals. And don't be afraid to say no to things that don't excite you. You've built this amazing life. You don't have to say yes to everything. Protect your energy and focus on what truly matters. Remember, this is just a temporary phase. It's not a reflection of your worth or your potential. It's just a sign that you need to recharge and reconnect with your passions. This card is almost like a little pause, a moment to breathe before the next amazing chapter begins. The universe is just giving you a chance to catch your breath before throwing even more good things your way. So, embrace the quiet and trust that things are still moving forward, even if you can't see it right now. I really feel like the next card is going to explain what you need to move past this phase of apathy. All right, so let's pull it. All right, so wow, the Ten of Swords, okay, that's a big one. Don't freak out, okay? Don't freak out. I know it looks scary, but trust me, it's not as bad as it seems. So remember how we were just talking about feeling a little meh with the Four of Cups, and how maybe you were feeling a little burnt out or uninspired? Well, this card is like the universe saying, okay, we're cutting that out completely. Yeah, this is like a definite ending to something. And yes, it can feel painful, like a stab in the back, but it's also a release, you know? It's like whatever was causing you that apathy, whatever was draining your energy, it's finally over. Endings can be scary, right? But they're also necessary for growth. Think of it like pruning a plant. You have to cut off the dead branches so the new ones can flourish. This card is all about that. It's about clearing out the old to make way for the new, for what really aligns with you. Remember our theme, harmonious alignment. Maybe this ending is actually protecting you from something that wasn't truly in alignment with your path. Maybe you were about to invest your time and energy into something that would have ultimately left you feeling even more drained and unfulfilled. So, what exactly is ending here? Well, it could be a lot of things. Maybe it's a job or a project or even a belief system that's no longer serving you. Maybe it's a relationship that's run its course or a friendship that's become toxic. Or maybe it's just a pattern of thinking or behaving that's been holding you back. Whatever it is, the universe is making it clear that it's time to let go. And honestly, as harsh as it looks, this card, I kind of feel like you knew this was coming, you know? Like deep down, you knew something had to change. And now the universe is just giving you that final push. The flowing agate is all about moving forward. The universe is just clearing away the junk, you know? But here's the thing. This ending is not the end of your story. It's just the beginning of a new chapter. Think of it as a fresh start, a clean slate. You're free to create something new, something that truly aligns with your values and desires. This is an opportunity to learn from your past mistakes and build a better future for yourself. And with the confidence from the Six of Wands, the stability of the Ten of Pentacles, and the joy of the Three of Cups still in your corner, you've got everything you need to make this new chapter amazing. So, yeah, the Ten of Swords can be scary, but it's also incredibly powerful. It's a sign that you're ready to move on to bigger and better things. So embrace the ending, trust the process, and get ready for the next adventure. What are you going to do with this newfound freedom? Oh, I can't wait to see what the next card reveals. Okay, so the Knight of Wands. After all that, wow, okay, this is really interesting. So yeah, the Ten of Swords, that was a big ending, right? But look at this. The Knight of Wands, he's like, okay, what's next? Let's go. You know, all that clearing away of the old. This is you stepping into that fresh, clean space and just running. I kind of love that. This card is all about passion, excitement, adventure, and just like diving headfirst into something new. It's like you've been released from whatever was holding you back, and now you're ready to explore, to try new things, to just like experience life to the fullest. The Knight of Wands doesn't hang around, you know. He sees something he wants and he goes for it. But okay, here's the thing with the Knight of Wands, he can be a little impulsive, too. So you've got all this amazing energy, this passion, this drive, which is fantastic. But you also need to be a little bit careful about, not jumping into things without thinking them through first, you know. Like maybe take a breath before you, sell all your possessions and move to Bali kind of a thing. Haha, this isn't about stifling your enthusiasm at all. It's about channeling it wisely. Remember that flowing energy of the agate point. We want to be strategic, you know. The Knight of Wands energy is powerful, but it needs direction. So how do you do that? How do you harness this amazing energy without, accidentally setting fire to everything? Well, first of all, trust your intuition. You've been through a lot and you've learned a lot. You know what feels right and what doesn't. Also, don't be afraid to ask for advice, you know. You've got that Three of Cups energy, that amazing support system. Talk to your friends, get their opinions, bounce ideas off them. So overall, the Knight of Wands is a really exciting card. It's a sign that you're on the right track, that you're moving forward, and that you're ready to embrace new experiences. Just remember to temper that enthusiasm with a little bit of caution and trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. This is a journey, not a race, you know. And this night is just getting you to the fun part so you can enjoy the freedom of what you want when you want it. Okay, I am just so excited to see what the next card has to say about all this amazing and fun energy coming for you. Okay, wow, the Hierophant. Okay, so after all that Knight of Wands energy, right? That go, let's do everything. This is very interesting. The Hierophant is all about tradition, institutions, and doing things the established way. It's like, after running off on your own adventure, you're now being called back to something more structured. So after running amok with the Knight of Wands, we now see where guidance is needed. Isn't that interesting? It's almost like the universe is saying, okay, you've had your fun, now let's get serious. It's a card about learning and teaching, about following the rules and respecting authority. So how does this fit in with everything else we've seen? Well, remember that 10 of Pentacles. The foundation, the family, the tradition. Maybe this is about finding a way to integrate your newfound freedom with those established values. Maybe it's about finding a partner who shares those values, or about creating a family of your own. Maybe there's a mentor or a guide that can help integrate this energy, or maybe it's a path or process you're going to dive into. See where you can tap into teachers, guides, mentors, teachings, and processes that feel really aligned for you. Is this a time to trust those societal structures or to go against them? The Hierophant can also represent a need for guidance. Maybe you're feeling a little lost or confused after all the changes and endings represented by the 10 of Swords. Maybe you're looking for someone to show you the way, someone who can provide you with wisdom and support. But here's the thing. The Hierophant isn't just about blindly following tradition. It's also about finding your own personal meaning within those traditions. It's about questioning the norms and deciding for yourself what you believe in. It's about finding the balance between honoring the past and creating your own future. So maybe you're going to be partnering with someone who is really stable, like a rock in your life, you know. Someone who brings a lot of grounding and understanding. So, how can you make the most of this Hierophant energy? Well, first of all, don't be afraid to seek guidance from trusted sources. Talk to your friends, your family, your mentors, and get their advice. But also, don't be afraid to question what you're told. Do your own research, think for yourself, and come to your own conclusions. What's that inner knowing say? And remember that 3 of Cups. This isn't just about you, it's about community. And remember that flowing agate point that you chose. Find a flow within these structures, and you'll be solid. I'm so excited to see how this plays out. I feel like this is a time of really understanding your values, really understanding what you want, and going for it in a way that is structured and solid. What are you going to do with this guidance? Alright, so the Star. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful card to end on. After everything we've been through, all the ups and downs, all the endings and new beginnings, the Star is like a gentle light shining in the darkness. It's pure hope, inspiration, faith, healing. It's everything we need right now, honestly. So remember that 10 of Swords, that painful ending. The star is here to say, it's okay, you're safe now. It's like the universe is wrapping you in a warm embrace and whispering, trust me, everything is going to be all right. You've been through the storm, and now you're emerging stronger and wiser. The star is all about believing in yourself and in the future, even when things seem uncertain. And remember that Knight of Wands energy. That fiery passion and excitement. The star is here to guide that energy, to channel it in a positive direction. It's about using your passion to create something beautiful and meaningful in your life. Don't let that fire burn out. Let it inspire you to pursue your dreams and to connect with others in a genuine and authentic way. And what about the Hierophant? That need for structure and guidance. The star is here to remind you that true guidance comes from within. Trust your intuition, listen to your heart, and follow your own inner compass. You don't need to blindly follow tradition or seek approval from others. You have the wisdom and strength to create your own path. The star is also a card of healing, and that can be what this relationship brings. You're healing from past hurts, from old wounds, and opening yourself up to love again. This is a time to be gentle with yourself, to practice self-care, and to nurture your spirit. You deserve to be happy, and you deserve to be loved. So, what does this all mean for your love life? Well, it means that you're on the verge of something truly special. You've cleared away the old, you've embraced new experiences, and you're ready to open your heart to a new relationship. This isn't just any relationship. This is a relationship that will bring you joy, fulfillment, and lasting happiness. Trust the universe, have faith in yourself, and believe that you deserve the best. The star is shining brightly on you, guiding you towards your true love. Keep your heart open, keep your mind clear, and keep your spirit strong. And remember that flowing agate point? Let it guide you. The perfect relationship that complements you is flowing toward you, and it all works out. And don't forget the joy of the Three of Cups. This is worth sharing. I am so excited for you.